Welcome to this rock and roll special Sabbath ending the Sabbath, which, of course, the Sabbath of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom commences Friday midnight and lasts until about Sunday. Just a day today, currently it is 3:42 p.m. in the EST, and I'm grateful, thankful that I paid my rent, fully paid my electricity bill, and got this tub to do hot water to immerse in this, take a bath, and substitute for a massage therapy session, which I wish that I could afford a massage therapy session, but due to the lack of funds, cannot afford a massage therapy session. It's been more than 3 years that I wanted calling for a massage therapy session subvention, but nonetheless, I am calling on the millionaires and billionaires to finance the farmers, nurses, doctors, truckers, butchers, bakers, firefighters, especially those firefighters in Nova Scotia and Alberta, a weekend of filled with massage therapy sessions for them because they needed more than yours truly, independent artist, athlete, and activist, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. We're gonna rock and roll for Nova Scotia. I am grateful, thankful that I have this hot water to immerse in a hot bath, and of course, taking a bath and is therapy and substitution for a massage therapy session, which again cannot afford it. But I am grateful today on this 4th of June 2023 as an independent artist, athlete, and activist, triple vaccinated and open for business, who almost died during COVID, had COVID 3 times, 2020, 2021, 2022. And of course, in many ways, I did die during COVID, since I want to live for today and being hopeful to do for tomorrow, for better days for myself and for the collective North American civilization, since I am a Quebecer, Canadian, North American, and universal spiritual teaching student with many past lives, many incarnations. Not perfect, far from it. I do not play self-righteous, got some issues and some vices and some lusts. And I'm androgynous, pansexual. I'm a philosopher, geopolitical analyst, and theorist, and with all the imperfections and flaws of character. And I also admit that at some things I am mediocre, at some things I am so-so, and at other things I am not so good. Well, being not so good, so-so, and mediocre, average at some things, incompetences and skills, I do admit that at some other things I am great, super, and excellent, such as rock and roll, poetry, and dancing combined, and I am a great and excellent geopolitical analyst and theorist, and independent psychological and sexual, psychosexual analyst and theorist, and universal spiritual teaching student who is not perfect, far from it. Once again, I'm a pro-labor, universal revolutionary centrist. I have put a call and will put a call today, and will put another call tomorrow, in the coming days, weeks, and months ahead, for all willingly loving love is action, not just blah blah blah, to support the implementation of my holy trinity. The trinity of theories known as the CIT, Citizen Integration Theory, the DFT, Democratic Fusion Theory, and the DRT, the Debt Fusion Theory. This holy, sacred, and divine trinity, written over many years of struggle and suffering. I've been depressed and suicidal. I have conquered depression. I have conquered depression. I have conquer depression, working out, training, and exercising regularly on a fitness journey for a few years now has been, is, and shall continue to be my medicine and therapy of choice. And I strongly encourage, and have been, am, and will continue to advocate for the mass financing of citizens across the collective North American civilization, aka the North American civilizational complex, to work out, to train, and to exercise as an independent fitness captain and the people's athlete who's still challenging Donald Trump to a boxing match and Tyson Fury ASAP. I said that it's gonna be June 24th. There's 20 days left, so let's do it then. If not in June, in July, yours truly, Dragon versus Fury, for my one and only professional boxing bout, one and only professional boxing match that I'm of course advocating for. And yours truly, I encourage and strongly support and encourage all to work out, train, exercise regularly. Working out, training, and exercising regularly has been, is, and shall continue to be my medicine and therapy of choice. And of course, I am an independent athlete and rebirthing during this COVID, Adrian Dragon, founding the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, aka the Dragon Kingdom and the Dancing Goddess. First and foremost, with 718 trillions of kisses, because kisses got by the trillions, of course, and 718 trillions of kisses credited, with the condition that will freely distribute to all my willingly loving allies and armies. Pledge your allegiance, legions, thou art family, de facto. All who pledge allegiance to yours truly, Adrian Dragon, Dancing Goddess, Dragon Kingdom are my de facto family. And fundamentally, my call is for a public-private partnership via the manifestation of my dream, which manifests as the dancing goddess in the dragon kingdom, which fundamentally is a call for us to move towards a post-COVID economic, social, financial, political, public-private partnership to be both for pleasure and purpose, to attain harmony between civilization and nature. And I'm going to say my gratitude. I got to thank the farmers, the butchers, the bakers, all involved in the production and the distribution of food, because food security is so holy, sacred, and important for us to build civilization and maintain civilization. Thank you to the farmers, butchers, truckers, the warehouse workers who are loading, unloading the dock on the docks, the docks, and of course the unloading, loading the trucks and the vans with goods and groceries. And all those trucks now on this Sunday and tomorrow Monday will go throughout North American, aka what I call the North American civilizational complex, and with trucks loading and unloading those in steel toe boots, and the construction workers building apartment buildings, social housing, and housing. Of course, they got to be built with brains and muscle. As I say, as a philosopher, that brains and muscle has been, is, and shall continue to be required for us to maintain civilization and hopefully upgrade it as we move towards a higher level. And of course, we got to channel and sublimate the aggression. Myself, I do admit, my brothers and sisters, that I do have aggression in me, but two key words of my philosophy is channeling and sublimating. Sublimating and channeling the aggression is, of course, a major component of what we do and what I do, of course, so that we harm none. And it's important to admit, sometimes it's hard to admit, such as that we feel inferior in certain XYZ situations, myself included, in terms of competencies and skills, as I am a pro-labor universal revolutionary centrist, and I firmly believe in my trinity of theories, the implementation of my trinity of theories, of course, in order to complement and create the two cooperative institutions of public-private partnership institutions, the North American citizen integrated defense only and solely defense only, strictly and only for defensive purposes and for services and emergency response based on my philosophies and theories, as I've of course done hundreds of workout videos, drilling and emergency scenarios, of course, which I've performed during COVID, and you can see hundreds of my own workout training program videos. And based on my philosophies, I'm advocating the creation of two complementary covenant and cooperative institutions, fundamentally public-private partnership institutions, the North American citizen integrated social security and defense only, coast-to-coast non-interventionist, and of course for defense and security and services with consent and hygiene, mutual understanding, all services such as cooking, cleaning, massaging, washing feet, helping the children with some sports, doing some exercising with children, doing some going in nature, doing some assistance and services, all levels of civilizational integration, from the farming to the, of course, technology and the arts and the theater, and the all levels of integration across the North American civilizational complex, aka the collective North American civilization, which is of course my theory that us North Americans, myself included, as a North American, Canadian, Quebecer, personally, I do not consider myself to be a member of a diaspora. I do not consider myself to be a member of a diaspora. Personally, I do not see myself or consider myself to be a member of a diaspora. And I have been born in many past lives, many incarnations, one life born right here on this island of Montreal in a past life, several lives and past incarnations from before 1492 to a few hundreds of years after 1492. And right here on this 2023 June 4th, I am grateful, thankful my rent's paid, electricity bill is paid, and that of course I got food for today. I got a pizza, I'm gonna put it in the oven with my anonymous sister friend whom I'm asked already to marry me in an open BDSM switch marriage. I'm of course gonna be grateful for that pizza. Gonna eat, and calling all millionaires and billionaires to mass finance and support the implementation of my trinity of theories, the CIT, the citizen integration theory, the DRT debt refusion theory. I believe first and foremost that the DRT debt refusion theory, taking all private and public debt, refusing it, and since the United States dollar is the international financial currency of choice still, create what I call the universal exchange unit, the UE, preferably by biometrics, the hand, the voice are unique biometric identifier. So create the UE, the creation of the UE across the North American civilizational complex and beyond as an integrated currency of the 21st century, based on the standardization at that point in time, given when we implemented, to have the standardization of prices of all goods and services thereof. And of course now lately, in the past days, weeks and months, the United States dollar has been challenged by geopolitical events and monetary integration of the BRICS and other nation states with their own alliances forming geopolitical. Much of it have predicted myself as doing my analysis back in 2019 as a geopolitical analyst and theorist back in 2019. Of course, I foresaw much of the geopolitical events which are transpiring today. So my theory, DRT taking all private and public debt, my debt $10,000 to the RBC, your debt. And since there are hundreds, tens of thousands, hundreds of millions across the North American civilizational complex of citizens with debt, I created refuse it. So whatever the number is, convert the Canadian dollar debt to US dollar debt, Mexican peso, all the Mexican debt, Canadian debt converted to US dollar, whatever that number is in US dollar, finance a new North American central bank, and all the debt will be the initial money supply, and then set a standard of 10%. 10% standard of all loans, 10% standard on all loans thereof after that point in time, and of course create what I call the universal exchange unit. The universal exchange, that's why I'm calling on my astrological Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk. Sometimes I agree, I disagree as a pro-labor universal revolutionary centrist with a lot of policies or whatever actions the CEOs, multi-millionaires, but on this we can make a left-right center balance, universal revolutionary centrism compromises. Of course, we made compromises we made here in Quebec for the French language, which I love and which of course I speak. We make a constant negotiation and compromises, and of course on my astrological brother Bill Gates, I gotta say I never had a problem with PayPal. I always had 7 years since I'm using PayPal, never had problems with PayPal. It's been like 7 years since I'm using PayPal, I never had problems with PayPal myself. And of course on the UE, Universal Exchange Unit, preferred by biometrics of public-private partnership, and to create what I call the two complementary covenant and cooperative institutions, the North American Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service, and defense only, defense, strictly and only defensive purposes, and security and service, cleaning, cooking, whatever it is, all services with consent and hygiene, mutual understanding and love, to be based on my philosophies, such as my philosophy that the body is a temple for pleasure and purpose, by investment in the body, by good hygiene, working out, training and exercising, and regular physical activity, and of course with the DGA, the Dancing Goddess Army, or the North American Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dancing Goddess Army, or officially the North American Integrated Defense, Integrated Citizen Integration, that is all citizens integrated with all existing public and private institutions and organizations across the collective North American civilization, and in a parallel complementary way with the DGA, the Dancing Goddess Army, be it the North American Citizen Integrated Dance League, an integrated dance league to be for pleasure and purpose, to attain harmony between civilization and nature, and of course to attain harmony between civilization and nature by education and action, because it takes two to tango, just like brains and muscle to build civilization. So environmental education, constant education, what goes in the recycling. Thank you to the recycling workers who pick up the garbage every week, pick up the recycling every week, and the compost 3 times every week. City workers, thank you city workers, and also city workers who filling up the potholes so that are safe for driving on the driveways, on the highways, and of course the aqueducts, so that our children drink clearer, more healthy water. Aqueducts across North America need replaced. Infrastructure across North America needs work. Dragon Act of North American, blah, 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 blah. Thank you, farmers, and yours truly calling for the implementation of my Trinity of theories, my Holy Sacred and Divine Trinity, the CIT Citizen Integration Theory, the DRT Debt Fusion Theory for the creation of the Universal Exchange Unit, and the Democratic Fusion to integration of all citizens to move us towards a post-COVID economic, social, financial pleasure and purpose, North American collective civilization, and for world peace, for that matter, world peace, because I'm a world peace advocate, but of course I'm a Quebecer, North American, from a North American's perspective as a independent student, scholar of North America and global civilization, Western civilization, and of course the North American collective civilization is not totally divorced, but it is distinct from Western civilization. So those two key words to remember: it's not totally divorced, but the North American collective civilization has distinctions, such as geographical ones. We got 2 oceans to the east. Go Nova Scotia, go is the Atlantic. To the west is the Pacific. Go Alberta, go. So to the west we got the Pacific Ocean. To the east we got the Atlantic Ocean. So that geographical reality is unique for this complex of North American civilization. And I am for world peace, but I'm a North American, Canadian, and Quebecer who's not perfect, far from it. Rock and roll. Thank you again, farmers, butchers, bakers, truckers, nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks, firefighters, public security workers, and of course all involved in the production, distribution of food. And yours truly sending and encouraging all to work out, train, exercise. Working out, training, and exercising has been, is, shall continue to be my medicine and therapy of choice. And I'm not perfect, far from it. Now we're going to put out some videos and encourage all to take regular baths, and please increase in hygiene in public. Please increase in hygiene in public. Please increase in hygiene in public. And sharing is caring. Multi-millionaires, if you're a multi-millionaire, billionaire, please finance food security and women's sports leagues, LGBTQ issues and other causes, and calling on all to support and join as allies and armies, AAs, allies and armies. Pledge your allegiance, legions, our de facto family. Yours truly with amnesia. Don't remember much about childhood, early adolescence. I remember more the past years. I did struggle being suicidal and depressed. In the past years, I've conquered depression, a little bit of joy by working out, training, and exercising. I want to bring pleasure to others, while I also want to afford a bigger place to have open houses and some more bacon and some more experiences of the pleasure kind. And Adrian Dragons, founder of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, first and foremost, laying the foundations of the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom, which is my dream, manifesting for world peace and the rejuvenation, rebirth of the North American civilizational complex, aka the North American collective civilizational rebirth, and defense and security and prosperity thereof for the 21st century, with laying the foundations with 718 trillions of kisses. Yeah.
I'm very sorry, but my has to go.
You need to go, B?
Yes.
No problem. I'll pull on the.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
I apologize. It's number two.
Fast.
I know. I can't. I put this on water. Here, I'll put paper. I'll put a whatever. I'm just gonna move it, okay, because I'm gonna use water to wash myself, and I don't want water to splash on it. I'll bring it back. No problem. I'll just put it out there, okay? I just don't want you not to be damaged by water. I promise it's not. I'm just trying the floor, okay? I'll bring it back. It's wetter than Do you want me to bring you the little stool?
No. I'll make it.
Yeah, I'll bring it because the floor is not completely dry. I'll wait on. I'm sorry about the smell. I cleaned the thing, disinfected the toilet bowl, but I'm sorry about the smell.
Yeah, that's fine. The hell does this have to do with the eclipse? And how did this video get on my playlist? Guess as a student scholar of history and spirituality can.